everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. In the UK here we've had a bit of a heat wave the last week or so, so it's not been the ideal weather for playing VR. Anyway, we sweat on and we do our best. We've had a surprisingly busy news week this week, especially in the last few days. Now, we reported previously at the State of Play that Hitman 3 was revealed to be fully VR compatible, at least on the PSVR initially. On Reddit there was an AMA, an Ask Me Anything, with the developers, IO Interactive. There were some interesting answers. They wouldn't answer all the questions. There's quite a lot of questions about when, if or when it might come out on the PC. To be fair, it was in a PSVR Reddit channel, so they would only be going to talk about PSVR anyway. So a few snippets from that AMA. It turns out that, at least so far, Hitman is based on the DualShock 4 rather than using the Move controllers. Bit disappointing. I know a lot of people prefer the immersion offered by the Move controllers, myself included. It's not to say it's totally out of the question, it just seems that at the moment they've implemented a control scheme based on the DualShock 4. Whether there is time to patch in Move controls or whether that's something they may release post-launch, we don't know, but here's hoping. I imagine there may be some difficulties with mapping certain moves and controls to the Move controllers, but we've seen it done on other games and we've seen some creative solutions. And to be honest, even if some actions were mapped to the buttons on the Move controllers, you could at least still have the freedom of individual hand control, because it really does boost the immersion, as we all know. The footage is looking really good. We're still not 100% clear what it's from. You may assume it might have come from the PS5 or possibly a PC version, a development version. The trailer still does say at the end, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation VR required for the VR component. It's not completely clear where the footage comes from. It is very clear and looks very good, so I kind of suspect if it is from the PlayStation, it is from the PlayStation 5. Now, The Walking Dead Onslaught was looking really good in the latest trailer. It looks like they've added a lot more polish to it, particularly since the early days when we saw the old trailers. Whether it's up to the level of Saints and Sinners, or whether it even exceeds the level of Saints and Sinners, we will have to wait and see. But Servios don't normally let us down. They're a really experienced VR developer, and the proof is in all their previous games. They've done some of the best games on PSVR, so gotta have a bit of trust in them, and we'll see what they bring us. Whether we'll see a campaign length equivalent to Saints and Sinners, I don't know. Obviously they've taken away the multiplayer component, at least for the time being, so they've been focused now on the single player one. So I guess it's been all hands on deck to make improvements there, but it is looking really good. The Walking Dead Onslaught is going to be available in a regular edition for approximately $30, so around £25 to £30, and a limited edition, enhanced edition for $40, around £35. A little bit cheaper than Saints and Sinners. The limited edition includes a few extra skins and some extra weapons. Also, for those collectors interested in physical releases, Perp Games are planning to release a physical release for The Walking Dead Onslaught. There will be the regular edition and the enhanced edition, or the limited edition. So, a tiny bit of Beat Saber news. It was announced there's going to be some new songs on the 17th of August. It's not been announced what those songs are. Song pack, DLC. There are rumours around that it could be Linkin Park. That ties in with their new release. That seems like it could be potentially a good match for Beat Saber. A little bit different to the usual kind of EDM, but kind of a halfway house between full-on metal and full-on EDM. So that's releasing on August the 17th. We'll bring you more details on that and potentially review some gameplay as soon as we get our hands on it.
The arena's rules are simple. Defeat the most opponents within the given time to win.
Okay, on to the next item. Coming up soon is the first free beta for Mortal Blitz Combat Arena. And this is an open beta, so you should all be able to sign up for that. In the US and the EU, that's going to be running from the 20th of August through to the 23rd of August. So only for a few days, but hopefully you'll be able to grab the demo or the beta version and get some impressions for that. We'll be bringing you our impressions and gameplay as soon as we can, assuming we can get onto the beta. Could be interesting. The original Mortal Blitz was a kind of an on-rails, almost Time Crisis style shooter, which I personally quite liked. I mean, it wasn't particularly lengthy, but what was there was good fun. Once you got into the way it worked and the techniques, it was pretty entertaining. Quite short. Again, it was intended really as part one of a series, which I don't believe they ever revisited or have any plans to revisit. And has now been turned into this Combat Arena multiplayer arena version. So I'm not sure it's going to bear much resemblance to the original or have any kind of storyline or character development or carryover from the original. It could just be that it has the name in common, but we will see. Okay, that's it for now. If you found this useful, please click that like button, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe and the notification bell to keep up to date with our latest videos. Bye for now.